Hello again, everyone. This is Formula 2 qualifying from Lusail circuit in Qatar. 2 points on offer for pole position. We're going to find out who will lead the field for the feature race as we move.
Free at the end of the pit lane. We had a very interesting free practice session earlier on with Paul Aaron being incredibly dominant, 6/10 clear of the field. Paul Aaron, his high-tech car, one of the most dominant performances in free practice that we've seen throughout the full season so far. In GB3, his first experience of a Formula 2 qualifying session, and what an experience this is going to be for John Bennett under the lights here in Qatar.
How calm he stays, that is so important in a tight battle, and look how tight the battle is. 169.5 points for Gabriel Bortoleto, Hadjar on 165.
Yeah, it's going to be a championship which goes all the way down to the wire, isn't it, between these two? Hadjar with a difficult run of form, it must be said, non-scoring in the last 4 races.
And Oliver Bearman, but again, he's in the battle for an important championship, but he would dearly love to correct what he sees as the wrong of a couple of years ago in F3.
Yeah, he's a driver who's monumentally hard on himself, loves the battle, loves the fight. Bortoleto is up against, and it looks like we are going for our early sensible laps then of this qualifying session. Bortoleto, the first man through, and a big slide through the exit of turn 6.
Could have been costly. How many times?
For both Formula 1 and Formula 2, various drivers finding themselves off the road, either to the runoff or to the gravel, and that could easily be the end of any one of these contenders' critical qualifying session. The wind super high and a tailwind around most, and they don't know.
They are learning with every single lap. Richard Vachura switched teams since you were last with us for Formula 2. He went fastest. He's replaced at the top of the timing page by Gabriel Bortoleto. Moment, another driver new to Formula 2 is Beganovic. He's gone up to 5th position, graduating from Formula 3. Oliver Bearman was 3rd place in Formula 3 a couple of years ago in Formula 2, as Antonelli's first effort puts him now in 10th, because Victor Martins seemed to have a good balance earlier on. He's 2nd. Here's the danger man for the entire field, though. Paul Aaron in the racetrack. They are really having to get animated out there. Now they're on the medium tyre. Let's see where the Estonian driver, can he continue his form from practice to qualifying? 22 minutes on the clock, and you bet he can. Fastest again by a very...
Still behind in free practice, almost left the gearbox behind in turn 15, but Paul Aaron still found the time to be 4/10 clear of Bearman. Brilliant stuff. Esterson, another new driver, finding his way across the line, jumping into try 6. And is it going to be a bit of a moment through the exit for Bortoleto? Yes, it is. It's the one we saw.
So he gathers it all together, but the drivers are on the brink of that every single time.
Underneath 100 kilometres an hour, 60 miles an hour, if you like your speeds in imperial flavour, as they make their way out of there. Bennett, this has got to be an assault on the senses, hasn't it? Night racing, which they don't do at the level that he's come from.
That car, and he's up to 4th.
Call no lap, otherwise the head of the snake will catch us.
It's a very much unsighted circuit. We've seen drivers with issues. Car can see very far behind you, and then the closing speed between drivers on a build lap, on the push lap, absolutely massive. Speaking of a push lap, Gabriel Bortoleto, purple in the middle sector. Oliver Bearman, purple in the first.
Okay, we go again. We've had our call lap. This is effort number 2 on the first flurry, with plenty of improvements across the board. Villa Gomez, he improves for sure, improves to the top of the time. So expect everyone now to take a step forward, or you might be tumbling down the order. Championship turn on the circuit. Miata goes up to 6th position. It's Bortoleto currently top, and Bearman takes it away by less than 1/10 of a second. 500ths the difference. What can Antonelli do with another lap? He can improve. Victor Martins improved
session so far for Isaac Hadjar, though, sitting down in 20th position in his Campos. Needs to find some time. Let's see what danger man Aaron in the high-tech can do as he crosses the line. Will it be enough? It will for the moment.
Well, the margin is coming down after fastest time, and now it's a 1:36.614. Aaron, then Martins, then Behrman, Bortoleto, Verschoor, Cordial, and again on run 2, Esterson, loving life in FIA.
From Esterson, taken off in this machinery, across from another driver relatively new to the championship in the form of Mansell, and Red Bull livery machine making its way wide in the first sector.
And P1.
Yeah, I saw this early sector of the lap looking relatively strong, but this is turn 4 and 5, and he's found himself in the little stripe of gravel on the outside of turn 4. That's the end of that one, and he looks to be heading then back round, either for another one or back to the pit.
Much green on my timing page at the moment, Alex. So many drivers are finding improvements still, and Bortoleto's just done the fastest middle sector of the session so far.
And the circuit's really coming to them, isn't it? But the difficult job, it's a long pit lane here, a reasonable amount of time they have to change the set of tyres over, and actually with the tyre continuing to deliver, they're on the limit in terms of the run plan, both in terms of the time that they have available, but also the fuel for the number of push laps that they have to be able to get the laps in. Bortoleto to the top of the timing screens once more.
Bortoleto getting him to the top of the times. Martin's been a contender all day, though. He's gone for a third push lap. Can Martins improve? He can't.
Box this lap, something's broken. Okay, stop.
We've talked about how aggressive those curbs are in set of tyres. It's the lap at the flag which matters, not the lap in the middle of the session.
Bailing out Hadjar back to the pits. He was on for an improvement. Sector 1, Sector 2, added all up. It was looking good for him, but he bails out, and he's in an uncomfortable position. 2 push laps. Bortoleto went for 3, and there is John Bennett spinning around in the Van Amersfoort Racing entry, keeps it going, keeps himself in the session. He's currently in 21st position.
Around and continue, Rotoma Miar, rear roll bar of that machine, so I wonder if he's feeling something at the rear of the car, but didn't seem very happy at all, did he, behind the wheel of it, trying to get a feel for what's going on. We'll look to see if he's able to make his way out on circuit again.
So a comparison between Bortoleto and Aaron to go. Let's hear from Paul Aaron. I believe we'll hear from Paul Aaron slightly later on, maybe. The green light is continuing to be illuminated at the end of the pit lane, but we have officially reached the second stage. New boots fitted to the cars, heading out, building, and there is Paul Aaron. He's the driver, switching the tyres on, fastest middle sector so far. Verschoor will go again, no improvement that time around.
Yeah, bizarre for Verschoor, just didn't have any performance sector to be slightly ousted by Bortoleto. Let's see what it's like for him in the high-tech as he crosses the line.
Okay, the high-tech about to cut the beam, and look at the time he found in the final sector. Been before in the final sector, but Bortoleto's improving as well. Here comes our championship leader across the line. Can he take it back? No. And look where he lost the time. That final sector from Aaron was mighty. Away from the line. Let's see whether Antonelli can get himself into the top 10. That's the aim when you're in 18th with 5.5 minutes to go, and he can. 6th place.
That was about where he was in those early runs. Behrman's been a little bit quicker.
He's showing us all of his talent. This is Victor Martins on board for ART.
He's making his way through the exit of turn 7 and 8, and then he's going to make his way through the mid-corner of turn 9 and have a big old swap out for Victor Martins, so finds himself out wide. This is what's gone on with Oliver Behrman.
Further back, this is Villa Gomez, and he too troubling the gravel. It's so hard. Plans for different drivers. Crawford trying to attack on. Does Behrman get out of the way? It's crucial that he does so. He doesn't want an impeding penalty. Crawford will get a lovely tow all the way to the line. He comes across the line and improves to 3rd.
That tyre temperature once more for sure. With 2 personal best sectors, can it vault him up towards the front of the field? 6th at the moment, turns into 1st for Richard Verschoor across the line.
A brilliant lap. Can his teammate get there? No, 3rd. He misses out by 800. Ryan Hadjar, one of the 2 title contenders, is in 16th, but this has been a mighty lap again from Aaron, who takes it away from Verschoor by 0.6 of a second. The man who will be racing for Sauber next year now has Hadjar ahead of him as Isaac Hadjar delivers when he needs to. Bortoleto comes over the line. Here's his response back to the front row of the field, and it's fine margins at the front as Victor Martins finds a clean lap out of a second.
Monumentally close between Aaron and Bortoleto. Hadjar's found a lap as there's big traffic for Antonelli through the final few corners. With it caused the Prima driver to lose a bit of time. Only 7th for Antonelli. Hadjar 0.7 of a second
In P6.
He's lost time with the traffic there.
Traffic, penalty straight away. Penalty. Mate, is he blind? Is he blind?
On the radio because he knows you can't afford a difficult session at this stage of the season. Looking better than it did at the start as Kyan Shields off the road, and he rejoins, still part of it. Plenty of gravel on the racetrack at turn number 4, something for the drivers to try and deal with as they make their way through. Personal best sector 1 for Verschoor, for Goethe, for Crawford, for Miney as well.
Really wrestling the car through the outside of turn 14, kicking up the gravel as he makes his way through 15. He's ringing it out here in the final stages of qualifying.
Improve. Verschoor aiming for that front row. Can he get there? Verschoor comes over the line. No improvement of position. He improved his time. Goethe in the Red Bull livery is coming around that final corner as well for Victor Martins. But look, once again, Aaron is owning this racetrack. And he's about to take it even further away from the rest of the field. 0.3 further forward and find something remarkable at the end. Behrman has tumbled down to 17th position. He went wide in one of his early runs. Martins looking to try and get to the front row, can't find, taking the checkered flag. And he moves up to 4th. How's that for a result on debut? He out-qualifies his teammate as Behrman gets ahead of Antonelli and takes reverse grip pole, at least for the moment. Has anyone else got a lap in them? They haven't. The reason that we had the yellow flag, we now see Luke Browning in the gravel for the 2nd time today. He spun in practice, he has spun in qualifying, but this has been an exhibition from Paul Aaron, who knows the fastest way around this circuit. He's taken.
And the interloper's Paul Aaron.
That's pole position, mate. Pole position. Well done. Oh, thank you, guys. But I'm gonna cry. This was one of the nicest qualifying sessions of my life. On the light. What a car. Thank you, guys. Wow.
Thank you for watching the F2 qualifying highlights for the Qatar Grand Prix in 2024. Let me know who you think is going to win the sprint race and the feature race down in the comments. And if you want to see more of those kind of videos, please subscribe and like the video. Peace.